Hello. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's game of the Call of Cthulhu. I'm super happy to be here right now with all those lovely people. Let's give them a chance to say hi and introduce themselves in case they have to say bye later in the evening. So I'm going to do this the order I see them on the screen. So let's start with Jacqui. Can you say hi?
Thanks. Well, hey, I'm Jacqui. First time playing this, kind of nervous.
Who are you playing,
No need
sweetie?
to be yet.
I am playing Raymond
sorry.
Ray, the driver.
Fantastic. Kit.
I'm Kit, and I am playing Trixie, the Occultist.
Nice. Jordan.
Jordan playing Patrick, the Bootlegger.
And Jennifer.
Hey, I'm Jennifer. I'm playing Betsy the Bitter. She's a gangster. The bitter, not biter.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later, honey.
Yeah, there's been some talks about it.
Trixie and Betsy are buddies now.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's jump in. So, Trixie, Betsy, you've been keeping in touch with the people from your haunted house party. Trixie, you've been keeping in touch mostly with Paul Lamont, the medium, because of your shared interest in the occult.
Mm-hmm.
Betsy, you saw more the business side of things and kept in touch more with Robert Carrington, the businessman. As part of that contact, he actually sent you a message recently because he has one of his business associates who has had some problems in a mining expedition. And he asked you to come, possibly with the rest of your team, to go check out in Boston discuss the problem. So you figured that a good business opportunity should come with a good team. So first of all, since you needed to be mobile a little bit and you have such a pretty car, you took the liberty to get a driver for that opportunity. This is where Raymond comes in. And well, who says criminal underground in the 1920s obviously says that you need a bootlegger somewhere in your team. So overall, you just gathered up and you are currently on your way to go to Boston, Massachusetts and meet with Robert Carrington. The weather is horrendous. The rain is pouring, there is thunder, there is lightning, there's a lot of trouble to see past just a few yards in front of your car. I assume that that Raymond is driving for that trip. Am I right?
I would assume I am.
Okay. So you're kind of struggling to keep control of the car. They were not built the same way as they are right now. And you really feel the wind with every single turn in the road. You just passed the city of Arkham. You see some signs leading you to Ipswich, and you continue driving, and you continue driving until something suddenly runs in front of the path of your car. A pale figure rears up as if from nowhere. And as you swerve and brake and try to avoid to hit it, you have just enough time to realize that the figure is a woman, her eyes wide and her mouth open in a scream. I would like you to make a drive auto check, please.
Yeah, I pass. Just
Just pass?
Success.
Okay. You managed to avoid her and just swiftly turn the car around without losing too much control over it. You still hit her, though. You still feel the back of the car hitting that woman. And you are now stopped on the side of the road, having just hit a woman. What do you guys do?
Get out and see if she's okay.
Do you get out of the car?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like all of you, or some of you are staying inside?
It's late, right?
It's very late, yeah. Night is fully on.
Yeah, I've got used to being out at night, so I'll go out and look.
Okay.
I'm gonna step outside of the car, but I'm not gonna leave the car.
Okay. As I said, the rain is severely pouring. The moment you actually get outside, you get drenched and freezing to your bones. But the lady is currently on the ground, seemingly unmoving. Who goes to check on her?
I would go check on her.
Okay. You go reach for her, and you see this woman in her early 20s. Very pale skin, dark hair. She's conscious, but a bit catatonic. She seems to be freezing. Her dress is disheveled from apparently running through the woods. She seems to have a big sign of a bruise on the side of her head, and she's just like moving like that and trying to get herself.
Is there any building or anything in view from where we are that looks like where she might have come from?
Make a spot hidden roll, please.
Ooh, that's a 2. Yes, that is a. That's a extreme success for me.
All right. So nearby, no building whatsoever. All you see is trees, mud, the road, the occasional and lightning on the side of the road. With a 2, I would say that you do notice something a bit odd within the forest.
Mm-hmm.
You just see this flash of lightning, but no thunder follows. Just this flash of light, and for a second you almost feel like you saw someone. But
Is
then
there
the
a
image is
path
gone, and you
where she
just
came from?
there's no path.
No path.
Judging by the few remaining footsteps in the mud, she just ran straight from the woods. Could everyone please make education check, please?
I'm sorry, is that just the percentile?
Yeah, just a percentile under your value.
Okay, I gotta remember which one it is.
Yeah,
It's on the
success.
top of the.
It's one of your
the sheet.
characteristics on the top.
Yeah.
Hard success.
All
Extreme
right.
success.
Regular success.
Okay.
Really close to extreme, but just a few points over.
How about you, Patrick? Okay. So all of you are just trying to consider where she could have come from and where you're going and what's nearby and how you could actually help her. You do remember that a little bit further down the road, there is a gas station that seemed to have a diner, signs of civilization, I would say. So you would have the possibility to keep driving for a few minutes and reach that gas station.
Is she conscious?
At the moment, she's conscious and she's just looking
Just catatonic.
weirdly into the void, and she's like, "My grandfather, the light, and she's struggling to actually keep her head straight. You try to get her on her feet, and she almost
Yeah, I
stumbles.
want to try to get her up and get in the car.
Yeah, she's stumbling a lot. You're gonna need to be probably 2 people helping her get into the
Okay.
car. I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask you this, especially for you, Patrick. Is everything in the car up to code? Is everything? Are you smuggling
car is it?
something?
Is it my
It's
car? Or...
Betsy's.
Do you normally have bootleggers in your car?
Probably.
Probably.
Can I lift up the seat real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Like the back seat.
You were
just kinda
smuggling
lift
wine
up.
last time.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. So,
Yeah, so it would probably appear well, but someone started pulling on things, it probably would be seen.
okay, it would pass like a not too close inspection, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. So as you get back into the car and try to make her as comfortable as possibly be, you keep driving towards the gas station that you remembered, and you finally reach it. As you're driving, you see that in the middle of the road, seems to be this. I can lose my words. This four-wheeled flatbed cattle truck, and that is completely on the like askew on the road. Let me actually show you how on the map. There you go. You have the map, guys?
Hmm?
Well,
Yeah, we just gotta zoom out.
All right. So, you have this truck stuck in the middle of the road right now. There is a lot of mud on either side of the road. Makes it very hard to drive, and the storm is getting harder and harder. What you do see here is a diner that seems to be filled with life. There seems to be people inside. On the side here, you have the gas station. That you have a single pump that is currently unused. And a little bit further right, you have the some sort of garage, at the very least some car storage. So, where are you going exactly?
So did we pull off the road around this car, or are we still on the road?
Yeah, no. You came out of the road. You managed to put yourself next to the gas station.
Okay.
Put the car here on the side, basically.
Oh, that's us. Okay.
Yeah, and from here, I'm gonna put you here next to the car.
Okay.
There's you four and the pale lady.
Okay.
So right now you're next to the gas station office, which seems to be empty at this time of night. The only real people you can see seems to be coming from the diner a little bit further north.
I think we should try to get her in the diner.
We
Try
need
to
to
get her
get somewhere a bit
Right off, get
drier.
some coffee or something. Yeah.
Well, dryer and coffee seems to be the right place to go.
The truck that's parked across the road, does it actually have its lights on?
It does.
It does. Can I go take a quick look in the back?
Absolutely. Can you give me a spot hidden check, please?
Regular success.
Regular success, okay. There doesn't seem to be anyone in it. It does seem like a cattle transport truck without the animals, though. Inside the car itself, the keys are still on the ignition, but it seems that the engine has stopped. It just keeps light on at the moment.
Is it clean in the back?
In the back, it's pretty clean, yeah, especially considering it's pouring rain. It washed up whatever mud could have been there. So you guys
let's get her in the dry.
Help her in the diner.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the other side.
So going inside the diner, you see quite a lot of people. Let me actually show you who you see. You have on your left a couple of elderly people that seem to be currently enjoying some very warm cup of coffee and just talking and smiling. Behind the counter, you see two people at the moment. This burly man with a big mustache and a very, very bad comb over. And this young waitress, early 20s, very athletic, even though very short of frame, not more than 5 feet. And on the right, strong, bearded man that seems to be very fleshy, pink face with a very big bushy beard that seems to be currently sitting there and just staring into the void. So as you come in, every single look goes straight to you, and you hear the old lady saying, "Oh, dear Lord! Oh, you poor souls! You must be so soaking wet. Come on, sit down." She turns to the waitress. Mary, please, would you be a doll and bring them those nice people just a cup of coffee, please? That would be amazing. Waitress goes like, yeah, no problem. Be right up. And as you sitting there and trying to put the lady a little bit more comfortable, everyone seems to be looking at you, except from perhaps the bearded guy who seems to be very lost in his thoughts.
Keep an eye on the person who's making us coffee because I'm very suspicious now.
on the one who's making coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So, make a psychology check.
What is that? Okay. That is a failure.
Failure, okay.
Big old failure.
I mean, everything seems to be copacetic. She's just making coffee. As far as you know, there doesn't seem to be any poison in it, but you never know. Keep an eye out. You never know. So
do
as
you have
you're-
any blankets or towels or anything? I'll say to the waitress or the man, whoever's available, just...
The man behind the counter, the mustache guy, goes, oh, yes, absolutely. I do have towels. Just give me a second.
Okay.
He goes quickly in the back and comes back with a towel to give, like, actually just the pale lady at the moment. He doesn't seem to have enough for all of you.
That's okay,
And
I
as
want
he
it for her.
No.
puts it on, like, her shoulder, she's like, oh my, that's Emilia. That's... She lives nearby. Oh my god, is she okay? What's going on?
We don't know. We've just found her in the road.
On the road. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. My poor Jesus. And the two elderly people just quickly came and brought you like the coffee that the waitress brought her. They're like, there you go, heat yourself up and stuff. I'm Winifred. Very nice to meet you. And she just shake your hand way too like vigorously for someone her age. The old man next to her seems to be very, like shriveled. Like, hi, I'm Teddy. Very nice to meet you. He's balding. He's got these deep blue eyes. and a
Winifred's got
kind
the
smile.
pants in this relationship.
And then, as you see her coming, she got those like spectacles that she just removes and then puts them back just to have a better look at you. Oh well, you're not from around here, are you?
No, we're just passing through, but we got stopped on the road because we saw this. What did you say her name was? Amelia?
Amelia Webb.
We saw her and she looked like she was in trouble, so
It seems like she is.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Does she
poor
have
innocent
family
girl.
in the area?
Yes. Actually, her grandfather has the cottage up the road.
Well, she
Her
said
grandfather.
grandfather, didn't she?
Yeah, she was
Yeah, her
talking
grandfather.
about him.
Oh, that poor lady. And at the mention of her grandfather, the lady Amelia seems to be kind of straightening up a little bit. So, what happened? My head is fuzzy. What happened? Who are you people? And her eyes are like this very pale, gray, almost colorless eyes, and she seems extremely confused. What happened? Who are you people?
Well, my name is Trixie, and we just found you out walking in the rain, and we brought you here to the diner. Can you tell us what happened?
I don't know. The last thing I remember is just like this rain, this light. And at the mention of the word light, you just hear the bearded man on the side saying, "The light? Where? Where the light?" And everyone turns to him, and the waitress just goes to you and says, "Yeah, you see the truck on the outside? That's Jake's. And he swear to God that he saw some light that ran him off the road. I saw that light. I told you I saw that freaking dead light, and it ran me off the road."
We
Seems
saw a
very
light
agitated.
when we found Amelia. There was a light in the woods.
Aha! And he points to everyone in the diner saying, "I told you, I told you, I told you."
It just looked like some lightning or something, though. So
This
it
was
ran
no
you off the
lightning.
road?
I'm sorry, ladies, this was no lightning. had a face. I saw it. It was looking straight at me. I told you there was the light. Seems more and more agitated at the moment. Like the diner owner, who introduced himself as Sam Kilham, just tries to calm him down, give him a tea, and say, "Sit down, Jake. You have a long night. Take your time. We will figure out a way to put your truck back on track. Don't worry about that."
No, there definitely was a light. It made it hard for me to drive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can imagine. And the Winifred is just like looking at you like that, like, "You're very handsome." But yeah, it seems to be like very, very hard to drive. This is actually the reason Teddy and I are just here in this diner. It's so hard and so like dangerous for us to drive in that weather. You understand? It's, yeah, not a good weather. Plus the coffee here is fantastic.
Is it?
Make a I would say make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Let's see.
Did we happen to get a look
actually is
at
good
their
coffee?
Their car, yeah. It was actually stored
That's
in the sort of shed that was next to the gas station.
Hard success on the
Seems to be
coffee.
a very old-timey car, like the one that would not last 15 minutes in that current storm. I'm sorry, Trixie, how much was that?
That was a hard success.
Hard success. Okay, this coffee is disgusting, but it's, you know, it's like a Massachusetts 10, you know?
So Betsy is listening, but she's not saying anything. And as they like get closer, she keeps trying to like hide what she looks like because she's horribly scarred.
Yeah, for those who have not had the occasion to see Betsy yet, she is slightly disfigured because of some fire scarring. So you're trying to keep a low profile at the moment.
I'm listening.
Yeah, at the moment, it's not that much of a trouble to keep out of sight, considering every eye is on Emilia at this moment. Everyone is trying to tend to her wound. Somebody is like currently like trying to wipe her some of the scratches that she has everywhere on her arms. They seem to be done, by running through the woods and having the branches just like, making some hinges in your body.
Scratches, okay.
Her dress is completely like almost torn asunder just because of the. Oops, looks like we lost someone. It's she is not in a very good condition, and again, this bruise on the side of her head is like seems to be pounding. She seems to have a hell of a headache. Well, you guys, you should sit down and like have a drink and stuff. Wait for this storm to pass, however long it's gonna last. And Sam is like, yeah, absolutely. We do have some warm meals. Feel free to settle down and wait it out.
What time of the year is this?
Kit, get her some like aspirin or bandages or something.
Okay. Right now, time of the year, this is more like beginning of October, late September, beginning of October. So
about now.
Yeah, but now, yeah, but with extremely bad weather, which you would know about. You're from the UK. So, Trixie, could I get a first aid check, please?
First aid?
Yeah.
That is a regular success.
Regular success, okay. Easy enough, you try to tend to her most pressing wounds. She doesn't seem in any kind of danger at the moment. She just seems extremely confused. And as you're trying to... Yeah?
Does she seem like she's in shock?
She seems to be very much in shock, yeah.
Okay.
You could try to make a psychology roll to see if you can manage to find the right words and try to calm her down.
Oh boy, I don't think that's going to be good.
While you're doing that, can anyone else do me a spot hidden, please? How do you go, Trixie?
No.
Very
bad failure.
Regular success.
Regular success?
Regular success.
Okay. How about you, Raymond?
Nope, fail.
Fail? Okay. Patrick and Betsy, being more, paranoid than the usual folk, you look around and take a very deep look at everyone's faces to try to see the reactions and, notice exit strategies and stuff like that. Your line of work. You do notice that the waitress seems to be a bit cold regarding Amelia. She doesn't seem to be that much into that woman.
Could Patrick go up to the bar?
Mm-hmm.
And
You have Sam cleaning some glasses. What can I get you?
well, ma'am, I was actually wondering if you could tell me about her grandfather. You seem to be a local.
Oh, yeah, he's a town doctor. He's nice enough, I would say. He's, yeah. To be honest with you, I'm not that big of a fan. She's just not my kind of people, and her grandfather is, as every doctor is, a little bit, stuffed up. I'm more of a, party kind of person. But he's nice enough. I mean, I remember
a bit of money?
Quite a bit, yeah. But, what do you do with money in that kind of place? And when you mention her grandfather, Emilia suddenly just rises up again and just has this sort of flash and this moment of clarity, even for half a second. She's like, my grandfather, there were some people, there was a flash, there was something. Oh my God, I need to check on him. I need to check on him. I need to go, guys. I need to go. And as she's currently panicking and almost trying to get up, but having a little bit of trouble standing up by herself, everyone
Come on.
just on the side, just
Do
sit
you
down.
have a telephone? Can we try to call him?
And then you hear the owner of the site say, have you seen the rain outside? Ain't no telephone working right now. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to wait it out or try it out, though. I mean, if you want to go to the mansion, it's doable. The road has been just, renewed recently, actually. So
Is the mansion where the doctor lives?
Yeah, well, mansion is a big word. It's more of a cottage, but
Okay.
yeah. Basically, you would continue. Let's see. Yeah, you would go down basically the way you came from the direction of Arkham, and there will be a road going on the right that should lead you straight to it. But I mean, it's up to you. We can just wait for the storm. I'm okay with that. Especially if you continue buying some drinks.
Does she seem like she's like Amelia? Is she trying to bust out and get out? Is she
right now?
hard to
What she
control?
really tries to do is to keep her head straight, and she seems to be struggling to keep her thoughts in order. Especially considering there's so many people around her at this moment. The two elderly people are just tending to her every need, which is, as old people do, quite smothering, even though it comes from a right place. But yeah, she's mostly trying to gather herself and try to, deal with the impounding headache that she currently has.
Did we find any aspirin or anything? First, I did a regular success on a first aid check. I don't know.
You would have found some aspirin, some painkillers, but very mild and very,
Yeah.
the one that you
Maybe
usually
not.
have in your glove box, and that's it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she seems to be doing a little bit better. She just seems a bit, weak at the moment. She's just looking around her and saying, I'm so sorry. I mean, is your car okay? I don't know what happened. It's just last thing I remember is seeing that the light of your car just on my face. I don't remember what happened. Are you all okay?
I think we're okay. Raymond, did you check the car to see if it
No, not yet.
any
I
damage?
wanted to make sure this little lass was all right
Right.
first.
Absolutely.
We can always check it after the rain passes. I think we all should just stay here, wait for the weather to pass, and let her gather herself before we try rescuing somebody else.
We might try to find a place for her to lay down, because if she's in shock, get her down.
In
feet
these
up.
old-timey diners, it's quite easy. You have a single, bench on each table, so it's quite easy to find a place for her to lay down. Adding some, towels and like some blankets from the store owner.
Yeah.
She seems to be able to rest a little bit, even though she's very agitated.
Right.
Does she seem interested at all in any of the people?
Make a psychology check.
Regular success.
Regular success, okay. Now she doesn't seem to be even acknowledging most of the people's presence at the moment. She still seems to be quite in shock, but she recognizes some of the people. She recognizes Sam. She recognizes the elderly. She doesn't seem to recognize the bearded man, Jake, but she seems conscious enough and noticing those people, but she doesn't seem to be interested, especially in one person.
What about, does she recognize the waitress?
Make a psychology check.
Yeah, that's a fail.
That's a fail. And as far as you know,
You'd
they
fail.
know each other, but they don't seem to be in the same kind of clique. No.
Do they look about the same age?
Emilia is slightly older, I would say. She would be more around 23, 24-ish. The waitress, Mary, is more like 19.
I'm just gonna get some food and just sit here.
Yeah, let her rest and recuperate a little bit, let the weather die down, get something to eat.
You take a little bit of time to wait out the rain, just take a little bit of time to chill, warm up a little bit, dry yourself. While you're eating, you keep hearing this resounding pounding of thunder. The rain seems to be going worse and worse at this point. Try to look outside, you see those flashes of lightning all the time. The leaves on the trees are shaking absolutely frantically. The rain is really getting bad at this moment. You even notice a little bit of the truck on the side of the road, just like, slightly moving just because of the sheer force of the wind. Raymond, you mentioned that you wanted to maybe check on the car after a while.
Yeah. Now
still
that we've
plan
got
doing
her
that?
half settled.
Okay. Can you give me a mechanical repair check, please?
No, fail.
Fail? Yeah, that's a big bump. This is gonna leave a mark, and you're not quite sure how to break the news to Betsy. That's her card. This was one of your first jobs with her. This is not looking good. Can you give me a spot hidden as well, please?
Yeah, just managed to pass that one.
Okay. So you're trying to look around through the rain and wind, and you actually have to cover your face a little bit because it's actually like stinging. It's very hard. You do manage to glimpse some noises behind you, some what seems to be footsteps running frantically to you. And as you turn around, you see this guy, this very muscular, 6 feet tall, muscular dude just running frantically at you and just like screaming. He lets out an enormous scream, grabs you by the shoulder and says, please help me, please help me. And he's just like looking frantically around. He seems panicking as well. His left arm seems to be burned to a crisp, charred, complete charred skin on the whole left arm. He's panicking, he's hyperventilating. What do you do?
But immediate response would be to go grab him on both shoulders, but then spotting the arm, I'll stop and just grab him on one. Calm down there. Come on, we'll get... Start looking around, we'll get you help.
He doesn't even seem to notice that you are actually talking right now. You seem to be more of an obstacle in the way at this moment. He's in full-on, run for his life mode. He's looking frantically around, and he's like... He kind of tried to run past you and then trips and falls to the ground and turn around and look behind him, look around him and start running again. He's like panicking. The people in the diner, even though the storm is very, very much alive at this moment, you do hear the screaming of the guy.
Well, we can't see from where we are because they're on the other side of the garage.
Yeah.
Because the car...
It was a very piercing shriek.
How do the others react?
In the diner?
Yes.
With the expected amount of fear/curiosity, You see the accident on the side of the road, people slow down to watch. This is kind of it. They're looking through the windows like, where did that come from? What happened? Oh, dear Lord. And they're just looking around.
Even Sam?
Sam, at the moment, he's behind the counter, just focusing very heavily on his glasses. Raymond, are you trying to hold him at this point, or keep him here because he's on his way to?
No, I was trying to grab him and drag him towards the diner, so I can try and shout for the others.
Okay, that's going to be a fighting brawl skill, and he's going to try to dodge you.
Yeah, failed. I think.
You just try to full-on rugby player tackle him, but he just booking it with every single piece of energy that he has in him. He's running, going straight to the woods.
Is he running towards this direction, or back this way, the woods?
Yeah, he's running towards this part. Yeah.
Isn't that where he came from?
No, he came around here. Judging by the sound, the running sounds, he seemed to be coming from the other side of the road.
Oh, okay.
And he just keeps running, and you don't see him anymore at this point.
Did we, Raymond, shout for us?
I don't know. Raymond, did you?
I said I was gonna try. I was like...
Well, you would have heard this freak and Raymond struggling to try to keep this huge jog pinned down, but didn't work out. So what do you do? The moment you hear the scream, though, you visibly see Emilia just have this moment of panic, but she tries to calm her down and just focus on herself at this moment.
Well, I'm worried about Raymond, so I'm gonna go see what's going on.
Raymond, could you give me a power check, please?
Oh dear.
No, just failed.
No? Okay. Through this whole, let's call it a conversation, you cannot shake that feeling of somebody watching you. You look around, especially towards the woods that he came from, and for half a second, you see this flash of light. You expect the thunder coming right away, but it doesn't come. But you feel watched. I'm gonna need you to make a sanity roll.
Sweet baby.
I've changed which set of percentile I'm using, I keep getting fails, so fingers crossed. That's even worse.
That's even worse?
I hate my dice. It's this house. This house has got cursed dice.
Okay. You
the low rolls got out this morning.
you lose 1 point of sanity.
Yeah.
So Trixie, you go out and
Yes.
see Raymond currently a bit confused.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
What happened? What's going on?
The guy burnt woods.
Do I see anybody else?
Make a spot hidden.
Nope.
Nope. No, only the rain and the trees and the occasional thunder in the background.
But we heard somebody scream that it didn't sound like Raymond, or okay.
That didn't seem like Raymond. You did hear someone scream.
Okay. You saw somebody?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
He ran off that way, and I'm pointing off towards the woods from the direction I saw him go.
Okay, and I don't see anything. I think we should go back inside. We'll check the car after it stops raining.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna help Raymond go back inside.
Okay.
If we have
Raymond,
any-
you are soaking wet and extremely cold. You do know that if you spend too much time outside with that kind of weather, you're gonna feel it in the morning. But yeah, you are currently back inside with the relative warmth of the diner and people. The couple of elderly people, especially Teddy, is just like looking at everyone, just arms crossed, and like he seems like he hasn't seen that much agitation in the area for quite a while, and he's delighted. He's just looking at everyone. And where you come from? And he goes to you, Betsy, that seems to be keeping a low profile, so he goes straight to you and goes, "Hi, I'm Teddy, how are you?"
Oh no.
Fine.
Oh, you're a person of few words, I like that. Because I am a person of many words, and so usually we match that word. So where you come from? I see. And he goes to you, Patrick, going, "Hi, how are you? I'm Teddy."
Read the room, Teddy. This is not social hour. There's...
Eddie, how old are you?
I'm 71 years young.
Quite sprightly for an old man.
I am. That's what being outside of the city makes to you. City makes you soft. I'm strong as an ox, and he's like, bending his muscles like that, but he's extremely scrawny, so it really doesn't work. You could swear you hear Winifred on the side going like, "Yeah, he is."
Oh no! They've been reading too. Okay, so I'm gonna get some terrible coffee for Raymond, and if there's any towels, and just try to, get him dried off and warmed up.
Okay.
One moment with that coffee, and I'll walk up, and Patrick will take out a flask and pour a little bit of whiskey in it, put it back.
Good
Okay,
idea.
make a sleight of hand check.
Well, fail.
Okay. You're the only one who does not notice that you are extremely obvious.
It's all right.
But nobody seems to be stopping
Trixie
you.
approves.
Gotta warm them up
Oh,
a bit.
Ray really approves.
If anything, Sam kind of looks at you like, "Can I get some of that?"
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Okay, take it out. Just pour some in whatever cup is nearest.
Yeah, I think we could all use one of those.
So everyone is going to dig in Patrick's stash.
Except for
if I-
Betsy.
Because you
Ray
mentioned
will
the
get his own
flask,
flask out.
there's only so much that you can have for a whole diner.
I could do 6 glasses and then it'll be empty.
Okay.
Yeah, Ray's gonna get his own flask out.
Okay. Well, between all of you, you managed to all get enough of a sip to get a little bit of warmth.
Okay.
You do notice that it doesn't take much for Winifred to loosen up. She is apparently not a heavy drinker, and she goes like, "Oh my god, It's been a while since we drank that much. Wasn't it, Teddy? Oh, yes, it was. It was so long ago. And they keep talking and keep talking.
Are we getting the old people drunk?
Oh, they are. They just don't shut up at this point.
Oh,
Which
no.
seems to be annoying the hell out of Jake, the bearded guy. He's just mumbling in his cup. Just
Jake,
like,
oh boy.
fucking light. As you take a little bit of time to enjoy the company, the alcohol, Emilia seems more and more not at ease at this point. She seems to have like some flashes of memory coming back and some urgency to her, some feeling of emergency, and the weather outside seems to be getting worse, but at the same time, for some reason the sound of thunder the rhythmic sound of thunder kind of is for some reason a bit soothing. So you take time to chill, and it kind of helps her to breathe a little bit. She still twitches at every single lightning, but she seems to be in much more of a condition right now. She walks around pretty steadily. So, but she seems more and more insisting that something bad happened to her grandfather. She's like, just remember 2 men coming in. I heard a crack and, oh my God, my grandfather, I hope he's okay. Could anyone please go check on him, please? I'm begging you. It's not that far, I can guide you. Sam behind the counter just looks at you like, I have responsibility to this establishment I cannot calm. Teddy and Winifred just don't even answer, seemingly obvious that they cannot really help in that situation. Jake makes his best not to acknowledge that you are here, but she is more and more adamant that she needs to go, with or without you guys. What do you do?
I don't think it's safe to go out there right now. I think it would just be putting us all in danger. Even if your grandfather does need help, it's putting us all at risk.
I understand, but he's my family, okay? He's the only family I have left. I have to make sure that he's okay.
Yes, but you can't help him if you get hurt in this weather.
You've already got.
You were running away.
We've already got her little love. Let's see if we can ease off some more, and then we can get you up there. Then we'll check on him together.
I have to try something. She seems to be resignated to actually sit down and wait it out, but it's a struggle for her to actually not say anything.
Right.
After, I would say, an hour, the rain is still quite present, but it doesn't seem to be that strong of a storm anymore. Judging by how the locals described the way to the cottage, it seems to be manageable enough to go there, if you would be so inclined.
What time of day is it by now?
Right now it's deep in the night. I would say it's around 11:30, borderline midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask, Raymond, if he thinks he would be able to drive in this.
Make a drive auto check, Raymond.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. So, judging by what the people described, the current weather, you do know that you would not be able to drive all the way to Boston because the car is just gonna tip over. But if you drive slowly enough, within 10 or so minutes, you should be able to reach the place. You feel confident enough that you could drive there. I'm actually going to show you a little bit of how the people described the area. There you go. So you are currently here in the diner close on the road to Bolton. If you go a little bit south, you see this fork in the road that goes through the forest and in the cottage here down. So, yeah, you kind of guesstimate that driving slowly and very carefully, within 10 minutes you can be there.
Yeah.
And where did we run into Amelia on the road?
You ran into Amelia roughly here.
So are you pinging the
I didn't
map?
see a ping. Did I miss
Oh,
it?
you don't see the ping? Oh, that's weird. I don't understand why my ping is... Oh, I think I know why. Let's see.
Layers.
No.
There I see it.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Okay.
Yeah. So
It
roughly
wasn't
here.
far off. So we weren't too far off the junction in the
No,
first
no.
place.
You get it that she was actually running from the house when you met her.
Right. That's what I'm
When
thinking.
you
So
met her.
before we decide to go, I want to really try to get Amelia, like, you know, try to get through to her. Yeah, like, you were running away from where your grandfather is that right?
I was.
And now you want to go back.
I do. It's just that I cannot just sit idly by. This is my family. I have to do something.
I understand, but you were already there and you ran away.
I was.
So what is going to be there that if you were that scared, even though your family was there?
She looks around a little bit confused and visibly trying to like recall some memories.
Yeah.
And like you actually see a few tears coming out of her eyes. She's really struggling with the fact that she doesn't really remember everything.
Okay.
But she's trying like her hardest to see what was there. But at this point, the family protection seems to be harder than her desire to like, fear.
Okay.
What if the little love here, she was trying to get help for her grandfather?
Ah.
So, Raymond, what way did the guy run that you had the encounter with outside? Did he run toward that house or away from it?
I think he was running this way.
That way? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make Raymond? Can you make an intelligence check, or navigate, whichever feels best to you?
Yeah, I'll take intelligence because I pass on that one.
Okay. Judging by the direction he was running, he seemed to have been running along the road, so he could have come from the house. You don't know, but he could have come from there. Yeah.
Because she had mentioned that two people had came in or attacked her grandfather, right?
Yeah, two men.
So he could have been one of them and something worse happened. So probably a good idea to go.
I wonder if you describe what this person looked like to the people in the diner, if they would recognize that description.
I mean...
Sorry?
So I'm asking if Raymond can describe what the person he saw with the burnt arm looked like to the people in the diner, see if they recognize the description.
He was a big lad. Well built. Strange.
Early 20s.
Yeah. His arm burnt to a crisp. Not seen a thing like that before.
You're trying to describe him as best as you can. First words that come to your head, except from burnt to a crisp, was kind of built like an ox. He was really, really strong. The moment you say that, there's just the Sam going like, "Ain't that the little Billy? He ain't not so bright, that one." Like, was it blonde, short hair? He was.
Was his hair like mine?
Close. Yeah.
Shapes on the side, kind of slicked back.
Yeah. That kind of style. Yeah, but like way younger though. I'm not saying you're old though by any means, but
He ain't no 71.
Who had said his name was Billy? Was that Sam?
Sam, yeah, the owner.
Did this Billy fight in the war?
Oh no, no, he's fighting in like the neighborhood, but definitely not in war. He's how can I describe that? He's strong, but he ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. So I don't think that, even though they don't really focus on that all the time in the army, they didn't really want him. I'm not even sure he's out of school yet.
Mm.
Well, again, this Billy, he's seen something and it spooked him good.
I can begin to imagine what would have scared a guy like that.
Oh well, the way you guys make him sound, he's dumb enough to get spooked by his own reflection.
The moment you say that, Sam explodes in laughter. Teddy quickly follows. Winifred was like, "What? I didn't hear it. What did he say?" It did lighten the mood in the diner a little bit. So, what do you do?
Yeah, I guess it could just been the lightning.
Do I have any history with like lightning or extreme rain or anything else being like a supernatural phenomenon? Anything? Because I'm so good at these. I should be, but I'm usually not.
I believe in you.
Oh my god. No, it's a 75, but I rolled an 83. That's how good I am. This happens every time.
Every time. You have like the highest score ever.
I have the highest score and I cannot roll.
That you manage to always fuck up. I love consistency, so that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
on brand. It's on brand for Trixie.
If anything, like the few tales that you remember talking about lights were usually more something beneficial. It doesn't seem to give up the same kind of vibe as what you have experienced so far.
So yeah, this is probably not anything supernatural. We should probably just go check it out.
Just a bit of bad weather, is it, Bets?
Yeah, just bad weather.
Yeah, come on then.
How long after the lightning strikes do we hear the thunder?
So you kind of wait it out. You try to wait for a few thunderclaps to actually try to see if it's moving away, moving closer. You see this flash of lightning. Wait 1, 2, 3 seconds roughly away from you. It doesn't seem to be moving any closer or further away from you.
I don't think this is going to pass anytime soon. If you're wanting to help the young lady, we should probably go ahead and go.
Sam, do you have any flashlights or flares or anything that might help us?
Maybe I have something in the shed.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up a second.
Okay.
He gets this sort of like big burly umbrella, opens the door, the umbrella just flies away. He just puts it down, just takes a blanket, runs to the shed where Teddy and Winifred's car is. He comes back with 2, I would say, functional flashlights. This will not help that much, but provides a little bit of light.
Yeah, because candles are going to do us no good, so... Okay.
Candles will probably not be good outside in the rain, but you do have now two flashlights.
Okay.
And it's definitely better than trying to walk around in the dark.
Yeah.
But you will bring them back, right?
Absolutely, and I'll give him like a couple bucks to just a deposit.
Oh, well, we're always happy to help.
Yeah.
How much do I owe you for the food we ate? And the coffee we drank?
Oh, hold on, let me just calm down. All in all, with everyone's food, everyone's coffee, you get around for $2.50.
Well, I'll give him a $5. Give him a $5.
Oh, Lord, I love strangers. Thank you so much. He just quickly stashes out, and you just see Mary on the side going, tip for the waitress. Yeah, okay, I will split. He's extremely happy with you at this moment. You are his favorite person in the diner.
Well,
Big
since she's
fan of
being so
Betsy.
generous, perhaps you might be generous yourself and tell us a little bit about her grandfather.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's no real secret here. He's a pretty good guy. I mean, he took care of my wife when she was in labor. He's a pretty good guy. He's been in the area for things like ever. Pretty sure that even his grandfather was even in the area around Orchard Run.
What is his name?
His name that I should definitely have. It's Dr. Godfrey
Right on the tip
Webb.
of my tongue. Is
Yeah,
what?
Godfrey Webb.
Godfrey Webb. Okay.
From everything he tells you, make a psychology check, just for shits and giggles.
That's a fail.
That's a fair. Okay. Yeah, he seems pretty straightforward. But from what he tells you, and at some point even Teddy and Winifred just pop by and confirm what he says, seems like a respectable guy.
All right.
Plus he's like a town doctor, so everyone kind of has to like him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm willing to go, if Raymond wants to drive, if it's okay with you, Betsy and Patrick, if you guys want to, take her back home and see if we can check on him, I'm willing to do that.
Patrick, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Patrick's gonna go up to Betsy and not loudly, but if he's the town doctor and he kind of lives out here in a very rural area, more than likely it's a local that attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
So more than likely they know who and what they were going for. So be on guard.
After he says something to me, I'm gonna go up to Raymond and be like, "What? So the car's fine."
It's a little worse, but we can get it sorted once we got all this done.
I mean, like, there's not gonna be any difficulties added to
Oh,
driving.
no. It's
Okay.
perfectly drivable.
The worry is strong on your face.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's just a speed bump. It's okay. Okay. So you take the car, go that way.
How does she walk?
A little wobbly, but she seems way sturdier now than when you met her. But
I'm still gonna help her.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Raymond if he can pull up the car so we can get her in, with the least amount of rain and stuff.
yeah.
Yep.
Right
Do
now,
I notice?
what she lacks in balance, she makes up for with determination.
Okay.
Do I notice this dent that Raymond is refusing to tell me about?
Make a spot hidden.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. The moment you get near the car, you kind of look around to see if you notice something. And the moment your eyes just stop on the bump, there's even this like flash of lightning, and you go like, "Ah!" making it look even worse than it is. But you do definitely notice the bump.
Jacqui and her
Got
bumps.
it. Can I tell if it's only like cosmetic or if it actually really hurt the car?
Make a mechanical repair check.
Oh, okay, I got something on it. I want to spend one of my luck points to make that a success.
Okay. Using luck on what's important. I like it.
Yeah.
For Betsy, yeah.
I mean, you know your car. This is your car. This is your baby. You know it. So you've examined it left and right. You know how it works. This does seem only cosmetic. It will run fine.
Okay. And I just go up to Raymon. I was like, "No worry, no, you didn't wreck it.
As I
But
said,
you
as I said, nothing we can't get fixed once this is all over.
yes. Don't hide things from me about my car."
Make an intimidate check.
Oh no! Oh wait, my intimidate's really good. That's a success.
Takes a success. Make a psychology check, Raymond.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Yeah, you should definitely not wreck her car. Be careful with that.
Don't hide it from her if you do.
So as you
She
take a
wants
little
all
bit
the
of time
facts.
to get in the car and try to, drive slowly, carefully, and without hitting anyone. Emilia in the back seems to be very, pacing. The speed to which the car is running is definitely not good for her. She wants to get there. She wants to make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah.
But
Where are we all sitting?
that's a
I
good
would like
question.
her
How we,
middle, so
Middle?
she can't out a door. Her, I would like her, Amelia, like
so
between.
so Trixie, you would be in the back with Emilia.
Yeah.
Raymond obviously would be in the front. Patrick and Betsy, where would you be?
I'd like to be up front.
Be back there with
Okay.
Trixie.
So we can kind of just try to talk her through it, and we're on our way. We're gonna get there. We're gonna do what we can.
Okay. So trying to reassure her along the way. No problem. Raymond, could you give me a navigate check, please? Or a drive auto, whichever is best. Sorry?
I was shouting at Rex.
As you should. As a rule
Alright,
of thumb,
yep.
it's always a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a pass on the drive auto.
It's a pass? Oh, okay. You do take a little time to make sure that nothing happens to that car. You manage to barely avoid some falling branches, and thank God you did, because Betsy, you do not look happy about that. But you do manage to drive and find that road that leads to the cottage. It's apparently recently, graveled. It's practicable. You would have struggled a bit on foot, but mostly because of the weather. But you do manage to reach the cottage. Now, what you do see is this, one single-storied old colonial era property, apparently recently renovated. Next to it, you see a small barn that apparently seems to be used mostly as a garage. As you get close, and do you get out of the car?
Is Amelia acting like this is the right place?
Oh yeah, she was leading you along the way
Okay.
between two reassuring moments.
Okay.
The moment you get out of the car, you are met with some banging noises. It takes you a little bit to find your orientation, but you do manage to see that the banging seems to be coming from the front door of the cottage. It seems to be opening and shutting slam, with the wind. Can somebody give me a spot hidden, please?
Oh.
Go for it.
That's a success.
Success, okay. Somebody else, or we good?
Fail.
I can go.
Fail. Okay.
Yeah, fail.
That's a fail.
Okay.
Could I flavor mine as I was looking see if there was a second vehicle anywhere around?
Okay. Yeah. Run another spot hidden.
Oh. A fail.
Fail. You don't really see another car around. Mostly because with all the wind and the rain, it's kind of hard to see even, a few feet behind in front of you. Betsy, getting closer to the cottage, you do notice next to the door in a puddle of mud, abandoned crowbar.
I'm gonna go get that crowbar.
It's a crowbar. It's just apparently left here. You do see in the mud some trace of someone slipping and falling, which might explain why they left the crowbar behind. And looking at the entrance of the cottage, the door lock is broken, which is why the door doesn't really stay closed.
Mm-hmm.
What you see is this. There we go. So you are with Emilia. Right now, the entrance is here. I don't know if you see my ping. And basically, this is the building that you are in right now. And next to it is the barn. And here is the entrance. What do you do?
I didn't see a ping. Is this the entrance right here? Where the stairs are?
Yeah, I see everyone's pings, but yours.
You don't? Okay,
Yeah.
hold up. So what did you need?
The door. We didn't see your ping. Is this the entrance
sorry.
right here? Yeah.
Let me try to see that. Okay, does that work better?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the entrance. You get a few steps leading up,
Okay.
and you get to the entrance.
Okay.
No, it's not letting me. I will go over here with Amelia, and I'm assuming she wants to go in, so I will go in the door with her.
Okay.
And I've got one of the flashlights. Who else wants a flashlight?
I'll take one.
Okay.
The house is currently without light.
Okay.
Everything is dark at this point.
Right.
I'm gonna go up to Patrick and ask him, do you want one of my handguns?
I have one of my own, and he moves his raincoat, and he's got a revolver on his side.
Okay. Because you're the only one I know that actually would know how to use it.
Patrick's gonna go and stand off to the side a little bit. He'll be the last one to enter.
I'm gonna go
Worse
behind.
that than Occultist shooting.
I'm gonna go in behind Trixie and then have my hand on one of mine.
Okay. So Trixie is leading
Amelia,
the truck with Amelia.
flashlight.
With a flashlight, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You aim your flashlight in the corridor. It seems to be, everything is dark. You see a few photographs here and there. The door leading to your right is open at this point. And as you're going, yeah?
I was going to ask Amelia, is there a light switch? It's probably not going to work, but, I don't want to be wandering around and all we had to do is flick it on.
Yeah, she points at it on the wall and is like, click, click, click. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you're getting to that open door, you walk a few steps. You do see what seemed to be a library, and you go a little bit closer, and you see the outskirts of a couch. And as you walk a little bit closer, you see what appears to be two bodies.
Oh.
And this is where we're gonna take a break.
Oh boy. Two bodies.
So, not a problem. So, during the break, there's apparently going to be a giveaway. Jen, if you would like to.
Yeah, so I got this book. It's a graphic novel called The Call of Cthulhu, and I got some horror stuff in it.
Which is extremely surprising with the Lovecraft thing. But yeah, so to enter the giveaway, you just type in exclamation point shiny thing, singular.
Shiny thing.
We're going to have a 5-10 minute break, and we'll be back very soon, and find the winner after the break. See you very soon. And welcome back. Before we deal with whatever stuff they stumbled upon, let's find out who the happy winner of the giveaway is going to be. So let's just stop the roll. And the winner is Blue Alex. All right.
Woo!
Congratulations. Welcome to the beautiful world of Lovecraft. I will let Jen get in touch with you to check it out.
Just message me on Discord,
Yeah. You know the place. Which I should remind people watching the stream at this point. Sparbell has a very cool Discord where a lot of things is happening. There's D&D, there's lore, there's drama, there's everything. Come join us. It's hyper fun.
There's cookies.
There are so many cookies, you have no idea. Now.
We have cookies and tea.
You did. And a creepy doll.
I don't think I know about the doll yet.
Talking dinosaurs. Come join us.
That is a wizard. We have a wizard.
Dinosaur, and a badger cleric.
Yeah.
I know it does not make sense to you guys at the moment, but just come join in. It will all make sense. Now let's get back on track.
Okay.
To the bodies.
To the bodies.
To the bodies.
Because
oh my goodness.
Indeed, as you get in, Trixie, followed by Emilia, you do find 2 bodies, and the moment you see them, Amelia is screaming and sobbing desperately. One of them leaning against a rocking chair, his mouth aghast like that, seems to be her grandfather.
Oh no.
Godfrey Webb, because I did write it down.
Yes.
In front of him is a body of a man, apparently early 20s, and except from his face that seems to be extremely, how can I describe that? He seems contorted in agony, almost unrecognizable in the face. His jawbone and many of his joints may have been self-dislocated just by the sheer amount of pain that he was experiencing. And what you notice most is that his whole lower half is reduced to ashes. Is everyone inside the cottage right now or not?
I followed right behind, so I am.
Yeah, I'm just on the steps at the end of the group.
Okay. I would need everyone who saw the bodies to run a sanity check, please.
It needs to be what?
It was Amelia and Trixie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lower.
Okay.
Or higher.
Lower than your sanity, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Success.
good.
You good? Trix?
Yeah, I was success. Regular.
Okay. You do still lose 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
Just know that it could have been worse.
Right.
Patrick, what were you doing? You followed through?
I was just following behind. Did she yell or anything when she saw him?
She let out absolutely heart-wrenching scream and fell to her knees and started sobbing.
Check his body and see if he's
Yeah, does he have any damage or any obvious cause of death?
Well, first of all, make a, I would say, medicine check. medicine or first aid?
First aid's better for me. I'm going for that.
It's a failure.
Failure.
Mm-hmm.
A failure. It's only by 4 points, so I want to luck it.
Okay.
Nope. Not going to waste my luck on that.
Okay. From what you can see for the doctor, you see he has a big gunshot wounds here next to his clavicle. You assume that he probably died from blood loss. Patrick and Raymond, I assume that at this point you would have come in and noticed the 2 dead bodies.
Yeah, and on hearing Amelia scream, I'm gonna get my hand to my gun.
Okay. I would still need both of you to make a sanity check then.
Or does the category still apply? The regular heart extreme?
Not for sanity, no. You just have to be under your value and that's it.
Okay, yeah.
Ray passes.
Barely passes? Okay. You do still lose 1 point of sanity. But again, could have been worse.
I'm going to try to calm Amelia down and say to Betsy, can you check that other guy, see if we can figure out who he is? Like,
make a psychology check, first of all, to try to see, or psychoanalysis if you have, to try to calm her down. Either or.
I am going to go ahead and check that other body, like, for any identification or anything like that.
Make a spot hidden. Whoever wants to just, like, search around and search the bodies or something, make a spot hidden.
Hard
Trixie.
success.
Trixie,
my psychology is 621 and I rolled 63. It's just true to form for her right now. It's just true to form. Calm down.
She is unresponsive.
Okay.
She's definitely not noticing.
Yeah.
Her eyes are just fixed on the dead body of her grandfather.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get her out of the room.
Raymond had a hard pass on spot hidden.
I had a hard success as well.
Hard success. What about you, Patrick?
Fail.
Fail. Okay. Let's start with Patrick. He's going to be faster. You mostly see what's obvious in the room. What you see is single-barreled shotgun next to the burnt body, and big metal coffer or crate. You don't really know what it is at this point. Except from that, nothing really catches your eye. You're really focused on the dead bodies in front of you. Even for someone who is within like crime environment, this is a lot to take in. Raymond and Betsy, however, you search around and mostly try to search the body, the burnt body. You find, first of all, 2 spare shotgun shells on him. You do find his wallet. His wallet contains a single $1 bill. His ID, he's apparently called Clem Taylor. You find a gas coupon and a folded picture of a young blonde woman eating cotton candy at the county fair. Small, athletic, barely 5 feet. You recognize that face.
Waitress.
This is Mary Laker, yeah.
Mary.
This is a waitress. Does anyone want to inspect the box, or do you leave it as it is?
Box?
Patrick found a metal box. A crate.
Is the body in front of the box?
I'll check it.
It's not like next to it. The box is more in the middle of the room. It's open and, tilted over. It's roughly like 16 inches by 9 inches, or like 41 centimeters by 23, roughly.
So what is it?
It seems like it seems like a metal box with very intricate design on it. Make a spot hidden, please.
Okay. That would be a success.
Success, okay. It is very finely crafted. You don't really recognize the style of decoration on it, but it is elegant. It has four small like clawed metal feet to keep it together. It gives you a little bit of a funeral kind of vibe, but it's definitely too big to be an urn. But it's it's very fine details. You do smell around the lid mostly this oddly smell of seems to be wax, but it seems more like flowery kind of smell. It's very, very interesting. You haven't smelled that kind of wax before. But can you make a power check, please?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Hey boy, that is a critical success. I rolled a
Critical
6.
success. All right. So you're fine.
Good timing.
You just cannot shake away this feeling of unease when you're manipulating it. Something screams bad juju to you when you watch it. And instinctively, you as you're watching it, you hear the rumble of the thunder outside. When you watch outside, trying to kind of scared and startled by that noise. Really, you're feeling a bit not just right at this moment.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put it back and I'm gonna be like, don't touch that.
Is anyone looking? Is it just anyone looking inside the room, or somebody's looking outside? What are you guys doing?
I was going to try to find Amelia's room, getting her out of there so she doesn't have to look at her grandfather. And I'm going to say, where's your room?
Okay. She is leading you. Let me show you where exactly. If I find it. She is leading you a little bit further inside the cottage. You have a little bit of trouble getting her to walk. She's not weak like she was before, She's more in shock, and it kind of makes sense. So
she leads her to the other room. I would like to clear the rest of the cottage and make sure there's nobody inside.
Okay, no problem. So we're gonna have to go room by room just so we can, check it out. But basically, Trixie, Amelia is gonna lead you to her room as much as she can, given the circumstances. This is going to be. Let me get my map here. Yeah, there we go. Room-wise, is going to be this one. I don't know if you see my ping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
this is the room that she leads you to.
Okay. So I'm going to take her down there. I'm going to do the flashlight, first to make sure there's nothing in there.
In that room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a spot hidden. And then we're going to go back to Betsy.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Everything's pathetic.
Yeah, it's just a young girl's room.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was looking around?
I don't know.
Okay. So let's see. For example, Patrick, what are you doing at this moment?
Who found the picture?
It was Betsy.
Mm-hmm.
You'd like to look at it, and it's like, see, I told you, it would have been a local.
Which does seem to make sense.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand there and watch the grandfather.
Right. I'm just gonna say, Raymon, come with me as we clear, so that way we're not alone in case something bad happens. And then
Yeah, Ray was gonna come with you anyway. Feels bad enough that your car got damaged, but even worse if it was you.
Okay, so everyone being inside the cottage at this moment. So where exactly are you going to search, look around?
I'm just gonna go to the first door and just systematically just go through everything one at a time.
Okay. So the first room you can come across is this one. It seems to be the kitchen, like a dining area. It's pretty comfortable.
Okay. And I don't. I looking to see if there's anyone like hidden in there. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, make a spot hidden.
Let's see. Let's do this. Oh no, I'm here, dice.
Oh no.
That is a extreme success.
All right. You are extremely confident that nobody is hiding in that kitchen.
Woo.
You do find, though, like what you would expect from a kitchen, meaning some knives and forks and spoons and, plates and drinks. The usual.
Okay. Then I'll move on to the next room.
Okay. Raymond and Patrick, are you following through?
Yep,
you
I'm
looking
following
around?
through.
Okay. So the next room, you do have a door inside the kitchen. I don't know if you have my ping. It leads to some veranda, some covered porch. From where you are, you can actually see that there are stairs outside that could lead you to the, just a few steps lower. You can see the barn from where you are. You see some barrels of gasoline further away. I mean, especially you, Raymond, you're used to being around cars. You do spot those barrels very straightforward.
Is there a lock on that door?
No. The door is just currently unlocked. There is a lock so that not everyone can just come inside, but at this moment it's unlocked.
Okay. After seeing that it's not anything out there, I would close the door and lock it so nobody can come in that way.
Okay. You do notice something else affixed to the building. What seems to be like a small shed that is against the wall of the building. From what you can see through the window, it seems to only contain some basic tools like, rakes, shovels, and stuff. You do notice another shape that it seems to be more lower to the ground, but you don't really see what it is until you get any closer to you. Okay. So you go to the next room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Everyone is, I'm guessing, following. While you are doing that, yeah?
Patrick's going to stay behind to keep an eye on the grandfather. You said this is a library. Do I see any liquor or anything on the shelves?
Make it a spot
bar.
hidden.
Gotta fill up your flask.
Fail.
Not a single drop of alcohol. It's extremely sad. Perhaps sadder than the dead bodies on the ground.
Okay.
So while you are focusing on finding some alcohol, you get a little bit startled by the outside storm. You do see this lightning and right away the thunder, and it seems to be getting slightly closer. One of the lightning hits, and you're almost waiting for the shock of the sound, but it doesn't come. Just a flash of light, all by itself. Betsy, you arrived with Raymond inside what seems to be a study. You have a huge wooden desk that seems to be in very sturdy oak, I would say. Some, framed diplomas on the ground and certifications. It seems to be in line with Dr. Webb's being a very respected doctor. The desk itself has a drawer that is currently locked.
Can I try to unlock that drawer with my
You can try a locksmith. You can try the locksmith, yes.
I just realized the grandfather is WebMD.
I did not make that connection. You just ruined it for me. Thank you. Disadvantage on your next roll. Anywho. We can't hear you, Jen.
I failed.
You failed. Okay. It's a very sturdy office. It really has like a very strong lock. You cannot get it to open.
Do I see anything in this room that might be helpful? Like, is there a phone or anything like that?
There seems to be some many books about natural history, medicine, history of New England. Not a lot of things that would really seem helpful at the moment. What really stands out in that, the general feeling that you have in that cottage is that he really favored efficiency to like substance. He doesn't have a lot of decorations. He doesn't have a lot of paintings and everything. He just wants something efficient and straight to the point. So there's not a lot of things that you would not use on a daily basis here. So nothing really stands out for you except from the desk.
Okay. So there's no phone or anything in this room?
No phone, no.
Okay.
You did notice, though, a phone on a small table in the entrance.
Awesome.
If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going there?
No, I want to make sure the rest of the house is still clear first, because I think there's one more room that we haven't checked.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, absolutely.
There's two more. We haven't done the pink one either. This one we haven't looked in here.
I thought you had one in there. My bad.
No, I'm over here in this one in the corner.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
actually, this is my bad on this one.
it looks like you'd have to travel
Trixie?
through the...
Okay, I thought it was weird that we weren't in the one with the bed,
no.
but
My bad.
who am I to judge?
This is Emilia's room, but the door was open here. You can see that this was Emilia's study.
Okay.
Well, back to business. Let's see. You arrive what seems to be in the bedroom, probably with the doctor, judging by the style of the bed and everything. It seems to be the doctor's bedroom.
Is it just a bed in there?
It's a bed and a side table with a drawer inside.
I'll look under the bed to see if anybody's under there, and then just
Make
leave
a
afterwards.
spotting.
Okay.
That's
That is
so Ray,
a regular success.
Regular success. Okay.
so Ray was going to check the nightstand side table.
Okay. Betsy, you are pretty sure that nobody's under the bed. Even with the little bit of light that you have, you are pretty sure that the only person in that room is you and Raymond. Raymond, you find in the nightstand a small leather-bound pocket Bible. That seems to be just an old Bible. Just one inscription within is kind of, seeming a little bit odd. You can actually see that in your journal on Roll20. And for those who are currently watching on the stream, since you cannot really watch it, I will send you a link to see what the inscription looks like. So you can enjoy that at the same time as our players.
And while they're searching, since this is a connecting door, I would like to check out the study.
Would you like to search around?
Yeah.
Okay, just put in.
That's a success, regular success.
Regular success. Okay. You find a few documents, a little bit of correspondence, mostly some medical bills. Apparently, Emilia has been a bit recently taken to an establishment called the Boston Society for the Care of Girls. Make a medicine check, please.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh my gosh. I have a 1% chance that I rolled a 3. I'm like so close. You know what? A success. I'm doing it. 2 points.
Okay.
That's worth it.
All right. So
Using my luck.
you you gathered a few memories that you would have of that name. You're not very native from that area, but you do remember that name. It seems to be a pretty upmarket sanatorium.
Okay.
And judging by the documents, she has been released with a full clean bill of health.
Recently?
Few months back.
Okay. Boston Society for Girls or something like that?
Yeah, the Boston Society for the Care of Girls.
For the Care of Girls, okay.
Patrick, what everything is doing, where everything is happening, and you are disappointed not to find alcohol, what are you doing?
So is the grandfather completely injured? Or
the grandfather is completely dead. The only injury that you can see at this moment is the gunshot wound on the chest, close to the clavicle. Except from that, he seems to be locked in this anguish phase,
and
full on terror.
And the other guy is burned
To a crisp. The whole lower half is completely missing. If you would like to search the bodies, you can do a spot hidden.
No, Patrick is going to go and try and find Amelia, since he didn't search the other doors. I mean, he could hear the other doors opening.
Yeah,
but
you can hear around. Make a listen check.
Yep. Fail.
There's so much noise, you just hear some doors slamming here, but cannot really figure out where they come from. But I assume that, given the circumstances, Trixie would not completely have closed the bedroom door. Would have
No, I just wanted to get her away where she wasn't seeing him and see if I could get her to lay down. And
he's going to open a random door.
Mm-hmm. Well, the random door, judging by where you are, happens to be Amelia's room.
All right.
She is still sobbing heavily, but she seems to be a little bit more responsive now.
Mm-hmm.
But still definitely in shock.
Patrick, what's happening out there?
As far as I can tell, it's pretty quiet. I mean, except for the storm, but this looks like the house is clear. Other than that, I don't think they found anything. I haven't found anything.
After we clear the house, we would go into that room.
You would have noticed that there is a small door with the stairs leading downstairs to a cave, cellar, or something.
I'm gonna close that.
A basement? Where?
We're gonna check the basement.
No. There
We
might
do
be
not
a
have
hook
fond memories of a basement.
There might be a hook with blood on it. We're not going down to that basement. No.
Bad basement experience.
Bad basement memories.
Raymond, would you like
We'll
to go
just
by
block
yourself?
that door.
Close the door.
Oh, pish posh mumbo jumbo, the pair of you. It's a basement.
So you go to the basement, Raymond?
You want to go here? Here's the flashlight.
Yep. So Raymond's gonna take the flashlight and he's gonna go look.
Do you need a gun, Raymond?
I have one.
Okay.
We're all packing.
The basement itself is pretty, damp, especially in this part of the US. But nothing really catches your eye. It's fairly empty. He doesn't seem to be storing some boxes here. That doesn't seem to be a bloodied hook or anything that would really bother you. This is a callback to the previous game.
No pile in the corner that has a little surprise in it.
Little baby skulls.
It's fairly empty. There is a light bulb on the ceiling, but you've managed to find the light switch, but it doesn't turn on. You assume that, for some reason, the electricity must be shut down, or perhaps there is a generator somewhere that is off.
Oh no, the generator again. That was my first time out.
Well, I've had a good look around. Not seen very much. I'll go back.
Okay.
Dust and boxes, ladies. Dust and boxes.
Oh, thank goodness.
As you described the basement a little bit, Emilia just tried to gather herself, and it's like, what happened? What happened? How did that man burn? What the hell?
Was there any burn marks on the carpet or walls or anywhere other than on the person?
Actually, no.
Oh,
The only burnt part seems to be the person itself.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the
Spontaneous
guy that
human
I saw.
combustion.
Same
Sorry,
with the
Betsy,
guy.
what did you say?
I get the spontaneous human combustion. Listen.
We've got a pair of burnt legs and an arm between the two men.
Okay, at the risk of the ridiculousness that is Trixie's luck, does this recall any occult phenomenon that she has ever heard of, spontaneous human combustion or anything like that?
Everybody, drum roll, please. Hit, run an occult check.
Here we go.
Break the curse.
42, the answer to everything, under 75. So
Amen.
that's a regular success.
Okay, I just said in my head I didn't believe in you, and that's why it worked.
That's my first occult success in all of the games I've played. My first.
You literally have like 75% chances of
I know.
of succeeding.
And
You
she
beat
still
the
manages
odds.
to fail.
The first
But
game I kept rolling
finally,
90s. Yeah, okay. I'm
your
circling
time
that.
is
That's
now.
improvement.
Your time is now.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not ring a bell.
That's okay. I get to improve my score. I'm good.
You do.
So do we call the police or try to?
Well, we couldn't call until the storm stops.
I mean, we can at least try.
We should probably get her out of the house until then.
You go
Do we
back
want
to
to
the
check
diner.
the barn while we're here? In case anybody's hiding in there? Or did somebody already do that?
No, we've
Haven't.
only checked the house.
Right now, Trixie, right now, all you have checked so far is the bedroom. The others have searched around. It was mostly Raymond and Betsy. And outside the sort of barn, nobody checked them out yet.
Okay. I think before we go anywhere, we should check the barn.
Okay.
Okay.
You do so?
Yeah, I'll go.
He's still
Who's coming
Okay.
with me?
Yeah, I've
Yeah, who's
still got your
coming?
flashlight.
I'm going to stay with Amelia. I don't think she should go out there.
Okay.
Patrick, what are you doing?
Patrick is going to go check the barn. Yeah.
So Raymond, Betsy, and Patrick are going to check the barn.
Mhm.
Right. You walk outside. The storm is still raging. Can I get a spot hidden from each of you? The three of you.
Oh, buddy. Sorry. That is a extreme success.
Oh, I
Three.
failed.
Damn. Failed on your side. Hot success. Okay. Looking around. First of all, nobody's hiding in the barn. There's not even a vehicle inside at the moment. There's just a barrel of gasoline that you have seen from the porch.
Whoa.
So all is good on that front. However, just looking around, you do see some movement in the trees. You do see some, I don't know, some glow. Something seems to be moving and hiding behind a tree and going from tree to tree. Patrick, you're feeling extremely, extremely uneasy by the way this thing is moving. It seems to be like slithering between the trees, which is a big no-no for you, if I recall. But you're feeling very bad at this moment. You feel watched. You feel bad. You feel the thunder is raging, and you look around and you kind of get all startled, and some light and some more light, and you can see all of you. Well, at least maybe not Raymond, because you seem to be very focused on the building, but definitely Betsy and Patrick looking into the trees and that glow that's moving. For just a second, you're pretty sure you saw eyes looking straight at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if the doctor has whiskey hiding anywhere. Then we go back inside.
Okay. Betsy, Raymond?
I guess we'll just head back inside. There was something in the barn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see
There was
anything.
something behind the cottage itself, not the barn.
Is there any mechanical equipment that would use gas to run on the property?
None that you have seen so far.
Okay.
Does the car need gas?
But there was no car. There's no other car, right?
No.
But I
Just
mean,
our car.
Betsy's car. Does Betsy's car need gas while we're here?
I don't know.
So you're going back inside?
And I'm gonna go to Amelia and ask her, do you guys have a car?
No, not that I know of. Like,
Oh.
Grandpa really stayed in the area, so he didn't really need a car. Why?
There's just a lot of gas, and I don't see any equipment here that needs it.
Oh, it's probably for the generator.
Oh, where's the generator?
It's out the back. Just this, in the tool shed.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just...
Okay. Amelia seems to be still staggered breath, but she is a bit more responsive now.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia,
Yeah.
where's your grandpa keep the whiskey?
I don't think that he drank. He was... Yeah, this was definitely not his scene.
He's a doctor.
He is, but the only things he would need would be probably medical alcohol, just to disinfect stuff. And as far as I know, everything he keeps is in his study.
I'll go look at the study then.
I will not help you. The office is locked. He has the key on him.
I'm sorry, the office is locked.
No, the study, the office, since I was living with him for a while, and I was also living there when I was a kid, he didn't want me snooping around, those medical stuff, so he usually locked it, and he always thought I didn't know where the key was. Oh my god.
I think we might have a problem then.
What do you mean?
Betsy, you didn't have to unlock the door, did you?
I'll just go inside. Or we...
Just a clarification, she means the desk itself.
Oh, okay.
Not the door itself, the desk.
Okay.
Per se. Sorry.
I gotcha.
But she knows where the key is.
She mentions to you that he used to hide the key in his pocket watch fob in his jacket.
Search a dead body for some whiskey.
Or at least a key to try and find the whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, with Amelia's guidance, I would say, with her instructions, you easily find a key that really completely evaded your eye earlier on, mostly because you're facing a dead body, don't really know how to look. But you do find this small metal key that seems to be very sturdy, but very small, that you could use to open the desk if you would be so inclined.
Yeah, Patrick's gonna go and try to open the desk.
Okay. So since it's a bit crowded in behind the office, you would not probably be able to be all behind Patrick as he does that. You put on the key opens it without any issue. I'm going for just a second deafen all of you but Patrick. because I have to tell him a secret. Don't you worry, dear chat. You will hear everything. So, just a second. There we go, and let's see. Okay, Patrick. Within the desk, you do find some, it seems to be like a bag of medical equipment with some disinfectant and like 90% alcohol and stuff. You do find a big stash of dollar bills, around $600. You also find what seems to be a small leather-bound notebook within it. So do with that what you will. I will let everyone's back. Just let me know before. Are you letting them know about everything you find, or you keep some stuff to yourself?
I'm just gonna take it all and put it on the desktop.
Okay. So for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
And then Patrick's rather curious about the money, so he's going to flip through the journal and see if the doctor has any side business going on.
Okay. So as Patrick opened the desk, he gets quite a few things out and just put them on the desktop. You see a big wad of dollar bills, roughly $600. You find a leather-bound notebook and a bag of medical equipment. The notebook, as you're flipping through it, there are like a few lines that kind of catch your attention. I will put them inside your journal so you could read them. A second. There are 4 pages overall that really catches your eye. This one.
While I'm reading this, I'll ask Amelia. Amelia, this seems to be a lot of cash, a lot of money for a local doctor.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're a bit remote from the city, so perhaps it's just that like we cannot really go to the bank every day. I don't know. I'm just as surprised as you are. It's like he's always been. I don't know. I don't see what he would do with such big amounts of money. But why? What's happening?
I mean, I'm just curious if your grandfather ever did, home calls instead of people coming here to see him.
Yeah, he does that quite a bit. Like usually they don't really want, when they're too sick to move, he usually goes to them. Well, why? Why is that relevant?
Anywhere your grandfather visited often? Any sick families that he saw on a regular basis?
Oh, not really. I mean, eventually some names are bound to come back because it's such a small area. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind at this moment. I'm so sorry. I don't understand. I don't know. He's been like, why do you seem so suspicious? I mean, he's a doctor. He took care of me when my parents died. He's a good man. He was a good man. And she goes back to sobbing. Within the medical equipment, if somebody is looking, you find just the usual run-of-the-mill, doctor's equipment, stethoscope, one scalpel, some gauze and some bandages here and there, and some alcohol rubbing alcohol.
Trixie, you might be your line of work, you might want this journal a bit more than I do. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take this cash and take her back to the diner till the storm blows over.
Right. Does this symbol... Are you showing me the journal?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if that symbol looks familiar or the phraseology, the sin or any of that sounds familiar to me.
Well, let's tempt your fate, making a couple.
Yeah, let's tempt it. Let's do it.
I don't believe in you.
No, she can't do it.
That's a 98. Now she's back to normal. Never seen anything like it before.
That's not even a failure. That's a fumble. Like you were.
That's a fumble. Yeah.
Yeah. You cut yourself with the paper.
Oh,
Paper cut.
we'll get you a Band-Aid. No worry.
Yeah, he really throws you off guard, and you really can't focus on anything you can remember. Where all you can feel is this like sharp pain between your fingers. It's so Yeah, nothing comes.
Tricks.
So on brand.
Does everyone has access to the journal? Just to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all good.
Yeah, we could just take her back to the diner and leave and not deal with another thing like this.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Just
why
out
do
of-
we keep getting, stuck with this stuff? It's
Just
I'm
out of
trying to think it's
curiosity, do you also give the journal for Emilia to read, or do you keep it to yourselves?
I'm not gonna give it to her.
Okay.
you do or do not?
Do not.
Do not. Yeah, I wouldn't think that would
No.
be good.
I mean, yeah, this cash can set her up for a while. Also have a look at your car.
But we should
I
maybe
would also
destroy
say that within the
offer.
pile of paper, since you did quite okay success searching for the inside the desk, you also find some bank statements. He does seem to have quite a comfortable bank account at the Arkham First National Bank. His account is currently balanced at $19,000.
Oh boy, it's a lot for back then.
Yeah.
Be a lot now.
Yeah, I mean, she ain't gonna go hungry or anything. She's set.
Hey, Betsy.
Huh.
The last page of that journal has some numbers. How, I mean, in our line of work, that money is something. But even for a doctor doing legal work, that's quite a bit.
It was because of my line of work. Would I know if he was, by the look of these numbers, could I tell if he's getting paid more than he should be?
Good accounting check.
A what?
Accounting.
Ooh. I rolled a 6 and it's 5, so I'm gonna use a luck point to get it to be a 5.
Nice.
The curse of Trixie.
Nice. You might not, you might be, without a shadow of a doubt, the first player I've had who succeeded an accounting role. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Raymond's gonna look over Betsy's shoulder while she's having a look at them.
So, judging by those numbers, the numbers in the journal don't really help you with that. It just seems to be a log of the last time he.
Because I'm only saying that because Ray would have rolled a critical success.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. So you kind of match the dates with the bank statements that you found and trying to see if it would fit. It does seem that he got some more money around those dates, a few days after the dates that you have found in the notebook. So it does seem that he got some money for those specific, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But also with a critical success, I would also say that you do know doctors to be reasonably wealthy. So seeing 19,000 in his bank account does not really raise a red flag to you. It's just like a very well placed doctor, I would say. But it would make sense that you would get a little bit more, judging by those numbers.
So after reading this journal, do we see any of the wax or the lid to the coffer? Okay. I'm gonna look in the room where it happened. Room where the bodies are.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it in my head now.
I'm sorry. I think in musicals I've said this already. Okay, that's a fail.
That's a fail. Okay. Yeah.
So this the page 3, it's obviously torn, right?
Yeah. Some piece of paper seems to be
I thought you said it's obviously porn.
torn, not porn.
It's not Tusk Love, people. Okay.
Is there any way that I could just...
Rex is sat here next to me going, behave, guys.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Could I look around his study and see if I can find this piece of torn paper anywhere?
Okay, make a spot hidden and...
Yep, I misheard that.
You're gonna need a hard success at least.
Okay.
Because like you're really looking for something very small.
Yeah,
small torn piece of paper.
So I'm gonna use 5 luck points and make that a hard success to see if I can...
Success. All right. You do not see the piece of paper, but you are while you are looking around and searching so meticulously, you're smelling something. You're smelling something interesting, flowery. You kind of follow that smell until you find this small box, this small, like almost cardboard box that seems to be containing some perfumed wax. But no trace of the piece of paper anywhere.
Okay. So I have a feeling that piece of paper probably got burned or is long gone. But it seems like that would have had something very important on it for it to be torn away.
Was there only one locked drawer on the desk?
There were 2, but both were opened with the key, and that's how you found all those documents lying around. You searched through both drawers.
Can I go over to the fireplace?
Mm-hmm. Go to the fireplace.
Yeah, and give it a quick little search through the ashes.
Okay, spot hidden.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. I'm going to spend 1 luck point to drop it down from 66 to 65.
All right.
And so it's a pass.
So you do see some ashes that seem to be fairly recent. It might have been some paper. You can't really say. It's like very, very crumbly ashes. At the very least, if it was burned there, there is no way that it could be salvaged from here.
I want to go back and have a look at the deceased doctor and the other man. Ideally, I want to look at their faces and top of their heads. The mark mentioned on page 2.
Okay. So you go to the bodies. You knowing exactly what to look for. You really focus your research. You try to turn the head slightly. It seems that the body have already started to stiffen, so it's a bit hard for you to manipulate that. It's really a horrible sight. The blood vessels in his eyes have popped, and his veins everywhere in his body have darkened, but there's no trace of that symbol, either on his neck or his body. You do hear some weird sound coming from the outside. Seems to be crackling sounds. Do you look outside from the window, or do you just leave it be?
Yeah, I'm gonna
we all hear it.
At the moment, only Raymond hears it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look.
You look? Okay. Yes, Patrick?
Did we happen to bring the wax with us?
Right now, Betsy just found it. So right now you are still in the office with Betsy. I don't know if you shared your discovery with the group.
I would have told them.
Okay, so yeah, you have the box of wax. Raymond, looking outside, trying to pinpoint where that noise comes from, you do see the bark of some trees kind of crumbling and turning to ashes as there is this shape, this glow sort of behind it and against the wood. And the closer it gets to the wood, the more the wood is crackling. And I would need you to do a sanity roll, please.
Yeah, fail.
Fail. You lose 3 sanity points and drop your flashlight as you're startled by what you see. The light, the whole room turns dark, but for this one source of light outside that seems to be lurking from tree to tree, and you kind of see it more clearly now through the rain. You see it like 2 meters long, moving through the air like it was a denser fluid through water, but floating at waist height. And at the front of it, this shape that could be a head just suddenly turns to you. Looks at you straight in the eye and starts to come and slither towards the entrance of the cottage. What do you do?
I'm going to shout for the others. I don't want to be on my own with this thing.
You hear Raymond screaming and shouting and getting your attention. You, Raymond, your eyes are fixed on that shape, and that shape seems to be looking straight at you. It's walking this way, but it's still looking at you, and the closer it gets, the more you see this deathly white glow. It leaves some sort of phosphorescent afterglow behind it, and he's going straight for the door.
Where's Raymond right now?
Right, Raymond is in the study.
Okay.
As you are you trying to meet back with him?
I had a question about the journal. I wanted to know if I recognize the language on page 3. Does it sound like it could be Latin? Because that's another language that I have.
Make a language check.
Language Latin? That. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. I keep trying, kids.
The most you can ascertain is that it is not Latin.
Not Latin? Okay.
You would have recognized it, but that's not.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. I thought maybe phonetically, if I said it out loud, it would sound like,
No, it doesn't sound like anything you really noticed. So you're trying to reach Raymond in the study? Okay. As you get there and you reach the main hall, the door slams open and you are met with this bright, very bright light that seems to be looking straight at you, Trixie. I need you to make a sanity roll.
Regular just success.
Just success? Okay, you lose 1 sanity point.
Okay.
You are struck at this moment, watching it, looking straight at you. The wind is blowing against your face. There's even rain coming inside by the sheer force of the wind. You hear the thunder and a flash of lightning outside. For a second, you see that shape just like flicker and just like gets his composure back and looks straight at you, and he starts to slither in your direction.
Okay, I just come out of Amelia's bedroom. I'm going to go back in and shut the door.
Okay, Raymond, you are still in the study.
Sorry, Ray.
At this moment, you have this shape, this light, between you and the rest of the party. What do you do?
Ray or Patrick?
Raymond. Raymond was in the study. Right now, if you look at the map, the light reached that point. Raymond is inside. Trixie booked to Emilia's bedroom. Where would Patrick be and Betsy? I would say Betsy would still be in the study.
Yeah.
Patrick, where would you be?
For the paper.
I wanted to ask Trixie a question, but if all that went down while my back was turned, I'd still be in there.
Let's say that we can retcon this question into the story. So what would you ask?
Yeah, this is just before I shouted.
Yeah, it's just like a few seconds before Raymond shouts. What do you ask?
Well, do you think there's any validity to this journal?
Based on what I've seen in other places and just here, it's possible.
Then
yeah, I've seen some weird stuff.
I'm not a superstitious man, but I feel like if something
I'm a
like
little
this were
suspicious.
true, we would we might need a person.
A vessel? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. That might be what the doctor did and why the person that's in the room with him looks like he did, and the person that Raymond saw at the garage, that might have been an attempt that failed.
And there was no lid to that box, was there?
I couldn't
was
find one.
There was a lid
there
to
was.
the box. The lid was open.
Oh.
Itself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was a
You
hinge
had
lid.
Yeah, it was a hinge lid.
Okay.
Okay.
I would also say that the journal that you have seen, you only just perused through until you found something that you would really be interested in. But there is a lot more to dig inside that journal. Basically, the way it works in that game is that for occult books like that, you have 2 levels of reading. You first skim through it for a few hours just to get the general gist of it. You would get some general skill points usually in Cthulhu mythos, and then you take more time to study it deeply, and then you get more points in it. So just so you know, if you take, I would say 3 hours to skim through the book, you would already get some bonuses. But judging by the amount of information inside, you would need roughly 2 months of intense study of that book to get everything out.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind if you would like to keep that book for the future.
There is one.
Mm-hmm.
I said, if there is one.
Yeah.
Now, flash forward. Screaming from Raymond. Trixie went back to Emilia, booked, closed the door behind her. Raymond, you are between, you have a light between you and the rest of the party. Patrick, where would you be? Would you be with Betsy in the study or in the corridor? Where would you be?
I'd be with Betsy.
With Betsy? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you do hear Raymond screaming, and now, Raymond, what do you do? He's looking very intently towards you. He seems to be floating around and just like going your way. Its eyes, if you could call it that, staring deeply into your soul. What do you do? It's getting closer, Raymond. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm completely frozen. Raymond is... I'm stuck in a dead-end room, and the only way out is to get past it.
You do have a window. If you would have the possibility to actually like run through the window if you want. It's risky, but it could work.
Yeah, see my only way out, my only way away from it.
You could try to just run past the light as well and try to, like, dodge it and run past it. It's risky, but it could work as well. You tell me what you do.
I'm gonna go for the window.
Okay. I would like you...
He's too happy.
Let's just make a strength check.
Come on, Magnum PI style.
Nope.
Oh no.
No? Okay. Make a Constitution check now.
Hard pass.
Okay, perfect. So as you run you dash against the window, it takes you a couple of tries to actually manage to get it open. And during that time, the light seems to be getting some ground and looking at you, and does not even seem to hurry, as it seems to feel that you are in a dead end. But you do manage to finally crash the window and end on the other side, avoiding most of the broken glass. But you are now outside of the cottage with this light from inside looking at you. The rain is pouring against your face. The wind is like putting your hair in front of your face, and you're like panicking, hyperventilating. What do? You are on the ground, prone, on your back, looking at it.
I can try and get up and get round to the other side of the house, try and go the long route, try and get it away from everyone else.
Okay. Make which one's going to be? I would say make a dodge roll, please. Try to see if you can avoid that stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No.
You feel, as you're turning away and trying to run towards the barn, you feel this sort of sharp pain against your ankle as some sort of beam of light just like grabbed you, kind of like a tendril. You take 4 points of damage, and you are currently knocked prone again. You let out a scream of pure pain. Guys, inside the cottage, what are you doing? You hear Raymond screaming bloody murder.
Oh no.
Patrick would have ran towards the library.
Okay. Getting here, you are met with the sight of the... Damn you, Adam.
Love it.
I mean...
He does it in every
it's
game.
It's not a terrible stream if you don't have one Wilhelm scream in the middle.
Right?
So, I feel part of the family now. I'm good.
Yeah.
So you are met with this guy that currently doesn't seem to be looking at you, but that is grabbing quite heavily on Raymond's leg. You see the thunder going worse and worse outside, and for each lightning strike, the image seems to be like fading for half a second and going back to composure, and then focusing all its hatred on Raymond. What do you do?
Did Raymond go out this window?
Raymond fell on the other side of that window and is currently
So
in front of the cottage. Yeah.
Could Trixie possibly see it from this window here?
Yeah, definitely, especially with the light coming up.
Yeah.
You would see something happening with Raymond. Plus the scream really helped you focus your attention.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Amelia to hide under her bed, stay out of the way, and I'm gonna go out the door and try to go get Raymond.
Okay, she does not argue with you. She hides. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
So as you rush through the door, you just see this tendril of light going straight from inside the house to Raymond's leg. What do you do?
I'm going to try to grab Raymond and pull him away from the light.
Oh. Okay, make a strength check.
Okay. Oh, that's a success. Just regular
okay.
success, yeah.
Okay, you managed to yank Raymond from this grasp. You do take an additional 1 point of damage from the sheer like scratching against your leg. Trixie, as you look at his ankle, it's burned. Like you're gonna have some heavy scarring on that ankle. Betsy, while everything is happening, what are you doing?
I don't know. I guess I would just go out into the hallway and just see if I see anything. Like, why is everybody acting weird?
From the study, you see this from the hallway. You see this glow within the study, and just looking aside, you see this sort of shape. I would also need Trixie, Betsy, and Patrick to roll me a sanity check for when you have seen the creature.
Ooh, that's a failure.
Ooh, success.
Okay, so Trixie, you only lose 1 sanity point. Betsy, okay. You lose 5 sanity points. And I would need you to make an intelligence check. And this one, you want to fail.
I want to fail.
You want to fail this one.
I didn't. I am the complete opposite. I got this extreme success. There's not enough points to help me.
Oh no.
This vision, this shape in front of you, turns to you and looks at you, and you are stuck. You watch it and you completely understand what you are seeing right now as like, it's, you know, like in that case, usually ignorance is bliss. In that case, you see the horror of what you have in front of you. And this is way beyond your pay grade, and this is very shocking to you. You are stuck in place, and you now have this. You're not now going to have like a new like sort of affliction for the time being, as you're gonna have some sort of mild form of epilepsy. Flashes and stuff like that is going to have some very bad effect on you. You're gonna go catatonic for like very, very strong flashes. You're gonna need to make basically a power save every single time there's gonna be flashes for the time being. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Patrick, on your end, since you fail as well, you lose. Lucky you, you only lose 3 sanity points.
Well,
you do.
Okay, so I have the one score you have to roll, get below, and then you have the max score. What happens if I roll just below the max score?
What do you mean? Like 99?
The 99?
Like I rolled a 96.
In case of sanity, it's okay. Like the main problem was not to roll like super close to 100. The main problem is how many sanity points you lose. The moment you lose 5 or more sanity points in one shot, you get this phobia, compulsion, and stuff like that. In your case, you lost 3 sanity points, so for now you're okay. The only one who is in like a bit of a sanity problem right now is Betsy. Okay, now that you have all seen that thing, what do you do?
I'm gonna drag Raymond back into the house.
Okay. Keep in mind that the creature is still inside the house. It's inside the study. The tendril was
I
going
thought
from
it came,
inside
just the tendril came out?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just drag him like over here.
Okay. So under the window from Emilia's. Okay, no problem. Betsy, you're trying to recover from what you just seen.
Can I move?
You can move if you want, yeah.
Oh.
It's probably going to take a lot out of you to go closer to that thing, though. We kind of lost you, Jen.
Sorry. I don't like there's another exit. Is there?
From the building, there is the door to the porch here that you could go through.
I'll do that. I'll look out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you...
Well, I'll have
Okay.
to unlock it, so I don't know if I can go out yet.
I mean, I don't think you locked it back when you, like, explored earlier.
I thought I did, but you know, that's fine. I'm just on the porch, making my way.
All right. So, so you're running to the outside of the building on the other side. Patrick, you are the only one still within the hall. What do you do?
I'm gonna go. Having seen that Patrick is not okay, he's going to go
Probably
to
not, yeah.
Amelia.
So to Emilia, so you go straight to her room. She is like following Trixie's instructions, she's hiding under the bed. And when she sees you enter, she's like, "What's going on? Can you? What is all that screaming? What's happening?"
He's just gonna go to her and he's going to take out his knife.
Oh dear.
Okay. Okay, you go to her with the knife. She seems to look at you with very weird eyes. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I have to protect everyone. It was says in your grandfather's journal, and he's going to cut a little bit across his left palm.
What are you doing? You're scaring me.
And
I
he's
don't
just
like
going
this.
to draw the symbol that he saw in the book on her.
Okay. I would need you to make another sanity roll, please.
Fail.
Fail. You lose an additional 2 points of sanity as her screams are piercing through your head. She is sobbing uncontrollably. She doesn't know what's happening. So you draw the symbol. What do you do?
He's gonna run out of the room.
Okay.
Can we see that happening through the window?
So you are only drawing the symbol at the moment.
Yep.
You're not going through the whole ritual.
No.
Okay. She does not understand what happened, but she is currently catatonic behind her bed, and you got out of the room. Raymond, Trixie. Raymond, you have a little bit of trouble walking at this moment. So Trixie will probably gonna have to help you a
Yeah,
little bit.
I can let him use my cane.
Thanks,
What
Trix.
are
Don't
you
let him
doing
use
from
my-
that
yeah.
point on?
Do we see what happened through the window?
You only saw Betsy freezing in place and finally running out. You do not make a spot hidden.
Through here, like through
Yeah, because we
what
went next to the bedroom window. Did we see
Patrick was doing to Amelia.
I would say either do a spot hidden or a listen check.
I'm gonna do a listen, and that's a regular success.
critical success spot hidden?
Okay. Yeah, Raymond, you're very aware of what's happening right now, and the look on Patrick's face really scared you to the core. You do not know exactly how it finished, I would say. You just saw him leave the room after hearing some screaming. You do not know any more than that. But something happened. Betsy.
So I'm just gonna book it to my car.
Okay.
I'm
Just
leaving.
Yes,
Just an
I'm
FYI.
gone.
The
I'm
car
done.
is
Makes sense.
in front of the house. So I would like you to tell me what side of the house are you running around?
I'm gonna go, since I know the thing is in that way, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna take the long way around.
Okay. Okay. So you start running and running, and you reach the corner of the house where you could see your car a few hundred feet away, and you catch a glimpse of Raymond and Trixie on the side of your eye.
I just go, we're leaving now.
Oh shit, we lost Trixie. Okay. Patrick, you just heard Betsy yelling that you need to leave. What do you do? You see, from where you are, like you are back outside the room, right? You are in the corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah. The glow inside the study seems to be getting closer to the door. Seems to be coming towards you. What do you do?
I've got to get to Trixie. I'm going to run back in and try and go through the window.
Okay. You go back in. Emilia is terrified at your sight. Make a strength check, please. Fail. Okay. You try to throw yourself against the window, full on like Miami Vice through it, almost slow motion. You're met with a thunk against the window. It's sturdier than it looks. You're gonna have to give a few shoves, a few shoulder bumps, but you manage to get it open. Not really broken, but you do manage to get it open. Especially hard with the wind really blowing against the window. But it is currently open, and you manage to not very gracefully fall on the other side. You are currently outside.
Just gonna yell, "The book! The book!"
The book.
Trixie, do you do something?
Yeah, you need the book? I have no idea what he did, but I mean, just...
So you hand him the book?
Yeah. Do we have the
gonna...
wax? I'm going to ask you, do we have the wax?
Betsy would have handed it to Trixie. Because she knows that it was more your thing.
Right, okay.
He's just gonna, in the pouring rain, swipe through all the pages, trying to find where they were.
No,
Okay.
I've been studying it right before I had to go get Raymond, so I'll show you right where I'm looking at page 3 right now with the words on it.
Okay.
You want to do this
So
thing, Patrick?
Wait, what? She's a child.
I don't know if
Why?
he did anything to Amelia.
Patrick, what do? You have the notebook? Any decision?
I mean, Patrick's mental state is currently a mix of have to save everyone, but at the same time have to stop this because whatever is going on is way beyond what he can deal with. So yeah, I guess he's gonna try and stumble his way through it.
Okay. So, since we are playing the Call of Cthulhu, I would like you to recite the incantation, please.
I'm sorry if this is completely wrong.
Not a problem.
Is that a J? It is. Hej Makesh Mene. Sak Zef Kayise Winizan. Nakan Witij Ni Sej Nema.
The moment you say that, you feel this sort of like deep sadness within you. And looking inside everyone, you do see the light coming into Emilia's room. Looking straight at Emilia, going straight at her. Emilia is screaming to the top of her lungs. She doesn't even have energy to scream anymore. She's just watching and crying, and the light comes against her. At the moment you see that, you hear some screaming some pain, some intense pain, and you see light coming from her eyes, from a mouth, and scream. It continues for like 30, 40, 60 seconds until finally you hear this sort of like wind. And even though outside the storm is raging, everything seems to be eerily silent. And
while she's doing that, I want to go get the container.
Yeah. Emilia falls down to the ground, burned to ashes. And from the ashes just rises this light. And he's just looking into the void and just floating there, unmoving, just staying there.
Yeah, Patrick's just gonna stand there.
If I bring the coffer in there, does anything change?
The moment you bring the coffer in nearby, the light doesn't even look at you, and it seems to be like slightly sucked in, and bit by bit, the whole light seems to be absorbed by the crate. You just have this sort of glow inside now, and you.
Is the wax like a candle?
The wax is more like sort of gooey, I would say.
Like
not gooey,
feeling...
but like, yeah,
okay.
Play-Doh, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna seal the edges with the wax.
Okay. You seal the edges. I would need just a power check, please. No.
Nope.
Oh.
You lose an extra 2 points of sanity.
Okay. That's 5.
But right now, the lid is closed. The wax seems to weirdly solidify, and the box is inert. You look at the dead remains of Emilia standing there on the ground. There's barely anything left. It seems that everything is calm. Now, what I'm going to ask you all, from this point on, first of all, what do you do with the box? I mean, in like the near future, like
right. If there's like a crate from the barn or something, I want to put it in something else.
Okay.
And I think it needs to be secured somewhere. I don't know where, but right now I want to get it as packed away as possible. If there's metal crate, if there's a wooden crate, if there's something to seal it in.
Are you gonna do like Indiana
crates.
Jones?
Mm.
Yeah. Indiana Jones is
full on like arc, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you would, over the next few days, put it in a crate. How would you, I would say, dispose of it? Or how would you secure it?
I would try to find somebody who has any knowledge or expertise in this to advise me. If there's any of my contacts that would have any knowledge about this, that would be my first instinct, is to see if anybody else knows more about this, since I don't.
Okay. Betsy, what would you do in the next few weeks, month? Oh shit. I think I lost the internet.
I guess I would help Trixie get rid of it, because Betsy has taken a liking to Trixie.
Pull up.
So I would just help her. I would also suggest, well, we could always just bury it in a grave, so nobody else would get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was thinking. If we can't get, salt and burn type of information that would, be something supernatural to contain it, that I would want to make a physical containment, such as, put it in some iron, put it in some concrete, seal it.
Make sure no one else can get to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Raymond. Yeah. No, go on, Betsy.
I was gonna say that she would also suggest going to a graveyard or finding or talking to somebody who is about to bury a loved one or something and put it underneath the casket. The less likely somebody's gonna go digging up a casket.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Raymond, what would be your course of action following those events?
I would want to help as much as I could. I don't have the contacts like either of the ladies have. Other than that...
Okay, you would get offered a permanent job as my driver, so...
Would you take that job?
Yes.
Big bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, big bonus.
Just an
Besides,
FYI,
I've got to work off a debt for getting the car repaired.
Get your ankle repaired.
Just an FYI, for the time being, you're probably going to be limping a bit. Your ankle is it's going to need some medical care.
Yeah.
For a while. Now, Patrick, what would you do from then on?
So I kind of want to half leave this up to you and Trixie, because he already has PTSD and nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to start heavily drinking, and he's just going to ask Trixie and I guess God if what he did was the right thing or not.
Okay. Trixie, could you make a occult check, please?
Yes, I'm so good at those. You know what? That is a hard success. That's hard 2 success. In one night, kids.
Okay. Trixie, when he asks you that question and you try to, get in touch with your more occult side, the general feeling you get is that there was not a lot to be done, and he's probably going to have to live with this decision for the rest of his life and probably have some nightmares for quite a while about it. But he can find some solace in the fact that he did save 3 people.
Right.
Whether or not the life of one is more than the life of 3 is up to him to decide. But basically, Patrick, right now, for quite a while, those screams are going to be haunting you. But at least you know that those people were saved. And part of you would kind of want to stick with them as a reminder of the fact that it was not in vain, that you didn't just sacrifice someone for nothing. You kept these people alive, and this has some importance to you.
Does Patrick have a military background? Is that where his PTSD is from?
Yeah.
So one of the things Trixie will try to explain is, sometimes you have to use violence when it's not your nature or your first option, but that is the lesser of the 2 evils, and that's what we had to do, and I don't know if I could have made that choice, but once you made it, I decided to just complete that act, and we saved people. And it was horrible, but there was no good answer. So we did what we had to do.
Okay, then I will say that you talking to Patrick helped him and he will live on.
Now I have 2 last questions for you guys. First of all, do you stop by the diner or anywhere in that county to let anyone know what happened? Or do you just go on with your life and not notify anyone?
Oof.
Up to you.
I think only one of us gave our name.
In the car, as we're on the way out, I would bring up that question, like, do we just leave or do we let the people in the diner know?
The people are going to need to know that they're going to need to look for a new doctor.
Right, that's what I was thinking. They don't have to know the extent of our involvement. We could just say, we got back there, we found the dead people, which we did, and
she took off.
Something happened to Amelia.
Yeah, she saw what happened to her grandfather and took off. We couldn't find her again, and
she fell apart. She saw what happened to her grandfather, and she fell apart. That's some true statement.
That's probably what happened the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Trixie, did you share what you saw about her mental health?
Yes.
If anyone else knows about that, then they'll understand.
Right.
They have heard mentions of her, medical proceedings, so they would not be super surprised at that kind of revelation. Right. So, not a lot of people would look through it. You would notice, though, if you relate part of the events that happened, or at least your discoveries there, that Mary, the waitress, is extremely affected by what you told her. She falls down to a blubbering mass of sobbing and spills the beans and explain that it was not supposed to go like this. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. Nobody was supposed to get hurt.
They were
sweethearts.
Yeah, but they were him and the other guy that you saw by the car were trying to jack the grandpa, probably for the 600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would go to. Did we take the money, or did we leave
Yeah, we
there?
took the money.
Yeah, we took the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have now $600 that you can split among yourselves.
So I would ask to take 200 of it, and I would go up to the old lady if she's still there, and say,
"Oh yeah,
yeah." So, I don't know how hard it would be for you guys to get a doctor to move out here or anything like this. So I want you, because you seem like you are in charge and stuff, to take this money and try to get a new doctor and get the help that you guys need out here. And I hand it over.
I don't know what to say. It's so generous of you. I mean, I don't even think that I've seen so much money recently. Have you, Teddy? Oh no, that's so much money. Dude, you are so kind. You are so kind. And Teddy comes back to you and starts shaking frantically your hand. You let it happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely uncomfortable, but I mean, they all seem saddened about everything, and especially Mary that is completely unresponsive at this point. She feels the weight of her guilt. But as far as the brewer couple is concerned, Teddy and Winifred, you're an angel. A weirdly scarred angel. And my last question to you guys before we wrap this up. Trixie.
Yes.
Or anyone else, for that matter. Do you keep the book?
Yes. I want to study the book.
Would any of you study it?
I would gladly share it if anybody else wanted to study it, but I'm taking it back to New York with me.
I would, just because I've figured this whole time in between the last game that I played with Trixie, I would be asking her a bunch of occult stuff, because it's a thing now.
Like to know what happened.
And then I'm sure as her driver, I'm going to be about quite a lot.
So from a gameplay standpoint, whoever spends around 3 hours looking through the book and really just reading the general gist of it, you would get 1% in the skill Cthulhu Mythos.
Okay.
So you can add that. Just know that having this knowledge has a cost. So your maximum sanity would drop by 1.
Okay.
So you are now maximum 99 sanity. If you want to examine it way deeper and know everything that this book has to offer, this is going to take 8 weeks of full-on, study, which you would not have time to complete before the next mission, because you are still late to an appointment with Robert Carrington.
Right.
But this is going to be a story for another day. Now, the story doesn't necessarily have a happy ending, but as some guy said, that doesn't mean that it was not worth telling. As a general reward for the mission, you all get 1d10 of luck. So you can run your d10 and add that to your luck.
Not bad.
Yay, 10!
Nice. All right.
I rolled a 5, so...
I got a 10. Good, because I used a lot of luck that first game.
Since you made sure to seal the creature so it couldn't hurt anyone else, you do gain 4 points of sanity back, knowing that you did something good. But for sacrificing Emilia, you would lose 2 sanity points. So overall, you just gained 2.
2, okay. So if I lost 5...
You would gain, like at the very end now, you would have gained 4, but lost 2. So basically, you would just have gained 2 sanity points.
Okay.
Okay. And one last thing that we can do is see what skills you could improve. So hopefully you should have marked the skills that you succeeded without luck.
I can actually increase occult now.
Yeah. So for each of them, you have a chance to upgrade it. It doesn't mean you will. You have a chance. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll for it, and your objective is to fail, meaning that you would have learned something new. So if you fail your roll, you can add 1d10 to that skill.
I failed first aid.
I failed
All right, occult. Here it is. Here's the roll.
1? Is that a 1?
57. No, it's below.
Okay, so you succeeded. Yeah. So no, you don't.
No, I
improve your
don't. I
skill.
don't.
But you do that for
I
every
do
skill that you
increase
marked
spot
down.
hidden though. I get spot hidden, so we'll take that.
Okay. Did anyone
By 7.
upgrade any skill?
My
I
spot
just
hidden went up.
I upgraded Intimidate, and I need to do Spot Hidden now.
Alright. Patrick, how did you do?
Oh, cool! I get to upgrade both of them.
I did not improve it.
Okay. What about you, Raymond?
I am just having a look.
Okay.
Okay, because
Well,
I think I
guys-
used luck on everything else.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this is going to be it for that page of the story.
Yeah. I
I
managed
guess
to.
we might
I actually
meet
managed to
later.
do my
for-
upgrades now.
Okay, cool.
Managed to upgrade
We
my
might see.
drive auto, accounting,
Yeah.
and mech repair.
Okay. So we might see each other for maybe the next run of your story. But in the meantime, thank you so much for playing. And thank you so much for watching. This is going to be it for this episode. And we wish to see you back some other day. So thank you so much again. We see you very soon, and we love you very much.
Thanks, Lionel. That was awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.